Hello everyone. This video is about National Stock Exchange and Over-the-Counter Exchange India. The National Stock Exchange of India Limited is the country's leading financial exchange with headquarters in Mumbai. It was incorporated in 1992 and since then has evolved into an advanced automated electronic system offering trading facilities to investors across the country. Set up by an assembly of leading financial institutions and at the recommendations formulated by Fairvani Committee, this stock exchange comprises of diverse shareholding assets from both global and domestic investors. It was also the first stock exchange in the country to introduce electronic trading facilities, thus facilitating the integration of investors throughout the country into single base. This National Stock Exchange, it was established in the year 1992 as per the recommendations of Fairvani Committee, and it was established by the leading financial institutions such as IDBI, LIC, UTI, ICICI, SBI and others. Here they started functioning as stock exchange in the year 1993, that is in April. This is the first stock exchange which offered screen-based trading system all over India, that is electronic trading facility. It was established by National Stock Exchange and it facilitated integration of investors throughout the country into single base. Objectives of NSE: to establish a nationwide trading facility for all types of security. This National Stock Exchange, it provides a wide trading facility for all the securities of different companies of the country. To ensure equal access to all the investors all over the country through an appropriate communication network. Since this National Stock Exchange is using electronic trading platform, it provides a wide trading platform for all the investors across the country. To provide a fair, efficient and transparent security market using an electronic trading system enabling shorter settlement cycles and book entry settlements. Since the electronic trading facility is used, the National Stock Exchange is enabled to shorten the settlement cycle and book entry settlement by providing a better efficient market for the investors. To meet international benchmarks and standards, there are several stock exchanges all over the world providing better facilities to their investors. This National Stock Exchange is aiming at meeting that standard by providing electronic trading facilities to the investors across the country. These are the different objectives of National Stock Exchange. Trading. The capital market segment offers a fully automated screen-based trading system known as National Exchange for Automated Trading (NEAT) system. Using NEAT technology, members across the country can trade simultaneously with enormous ease and efficiency. Here, as I have already said, the National Stock Exchange is the first stock exchange which offered screen-based trading system, that is electronic trading system, and this system is called National Exchange for Automated Trading, that is NEAT. By using this system, the members across the country can trade simultaneously with enormous ease and efficiency. The National Stock Exchange Internet-based Information System (NIBIS) provide online dissemination of information, trading information over the internet. Here, the investors of National Stock Exchange, they can get all the information regarding the trading activities taking place in National Stock Exchange with the help of NIBIS technology. The exchange currency operates three market segments, namely the capital market segment, wholesale debt market segment and futures and options segment. Here Under national, under whole capital market segment, the equities of different companies, exchange traded funds, and government securities are traded. Under wholesale debt market segment, the securities such as treasury bills, bonds, commercial papers, certificate of deposits, etc. are traded. And under futures and options segment, it is for derivatives, which was established in the year 2000, which provide facility for trading in derivative securities such as futures, forwards, and options. Trading on the equity segment takes place from Monday to Friday. The market opens at 9:15 a.m. and closes at 3:30 p.m. The closing session is conducted between 3:40 p.m. and 4 p.m. This is common for BSE and NSE. Here it is all about the timing within which the activities are taking place in National Stock Exchange. It is all about National Stock Exchange, the leading stock exchange in India, which was established in the year 1992 as per the recommendation of Irvani Committee, which offered the electronic trading for the first time in India. That is National Stock Exchange. Next is Over-the-Counter Exchange of India. The Over-the-Counter Exchange of India is an electronic stock exchange based in India that consists of a small and medium-sized firm aiming to gain access to overseas capital markets like electronic exchanges in the US such as Nasdaq. There is no central place of exchange and all trading occurs through electronic networks. Here, Over-the-Counter Exchange India is another stock exchange which was established in the year 1992. It is mainly established for facilitating the small and medium-sized firms which are not in a position to register themselves with other stock exchanges such as BSE and NSE. The objectives of Over-the-Counter Exchange India: to provide a market for smaller companies. This market is specifically established for smaller and medium-sized companies who are not in a position to register themselves with BSE and NSE, mainly due to the huge listing fees requirements. It aims at creating fully decentralized and transparent market. Here the trading takes place across the counter, which facilitates fully decentralized and transparent market for small and medium-sized companies. The promoters of Over-the-Counter Exchange of India. The first one, Unit Trust of India, the Industrial Credit Investment Corporation of India (ICICI), Industrial Development Bank of India (IDBI), Industrial Finance Corporation of India (IFCI), Life Insurance Corporation of India (LIC), General Insurance Corporation of India and its subsidiaries (GIC), SBI Capital Market Limited, Canbank Financial Services Limited. These are the promoters of Over-the-Counter Exchange of India. Players in the OTCEI market. The players on Over-the-Counter Exchange India markets are the members and the dealers, whose roles are as follows. Here, the major players of OTCEI market are members and dealers, and these members and dealers usually includes the members can be public financial institutions, scheduled banks, mutual funds, SEBI approved merchant bankers, banking subsidiaries, venture capital funds, and other non-banking financial companies with a minimum net worth of 2.5 crore. And the dealers are individual partners, corporate entities with a minimum net worth of 5 lakh. Here, the major players of Over-the-Counter Exchange India are members and dealers. Members are the different financial institutions. Dealers may be individuals or partners, and their role is to act as brokers, buying and selling securities as per the instructions of the investors. These members and dealers, they have to act as a broker who buy or sell securities on behalf of their investors. to act as market makers in securities, quoting the prices at which members are willing to buy and sell specified number of securities. They have to quote the prices on behalf of the members as market makers. These are the works of members and dealers in over the counter exchange India market. Listing requirements. No big companies allowed. Companies with an issued equity share capital of more than 25 crore rupees are not allowed to be listed on over the counter exchange India. As we have already studied, this over the counter exchange India, it is mainly established for small and medium sized companies. Therefore, no big companies allowed to list themselves with over the counter exchange India market. Restrictions on listing with other exchanges. Stocks listed on over the counter exchange India are not allowed to be listed on other exchanges, and stocks listed on other exchanges are not allowed to be on over the counter exchange India. A company can register themselves only with OTCEI. They cannot register themselves with other stock exchanges. If they have registered with other stock exchanges, they cannot register themselves with over the counter exchange India. Minimum capital. A company should have a minimum paid up capital of 30 lakhs, and the minimum offer to the public should be 25% of the issued capital or 25 lakh worth of the face value, whichever is higher. Since it is for small and medium sized companies, the minimum capital requirement is just 30 lakhs, and or the minimum offer to the public should be 25% of their issued capital or 20 lakh worth of the face value, whichever is higher. Base capital. The members must maintain a base capital of 4 lakh to continue to be listed on the stock exchanges. These members, we have already seen the members and dealers. The members, the financial institutions, they must have a base capital, minimum capital requirement, that is 4 lakh to continue to be listed on the stock exchange. Lock-in period of 3 years. Companies planning to list on over-the-counter exchange India has to remain listed for at least 3 years on the over-the-counter exchange India. Post that, companies may list themselves on other exchanges or remain listed on the stock over-the-counter exchange India. Here, once they register themselves with over-the-counter exchange India, they have to be there for a period of 3 years. If they want to continue to be the members of this over-the-counter exchange India, they can continue, or if they want to leave, they can leave and register themselves with other stock exchanges. But the minimum period for which they have to continue as the listed members of this over-the-counter exchange India is 3 years. Merchant bankers required. Every company that intends to get listed has to be sponsored by a merchant banker of the exchange. The sponsor of the issue must arrange for the market makers to give buy and sell quotes in the security for an initial period of 18 months. Merchant bankers are the financial institutions provide all the investment related services to their companies. Here they are called sponsors, and every company they want to register themselves has to be sponsored by these merchant bankers, and these merchant bankers are going to act as market makers for these companies who provide buy and sell quotes to the securities for an initial period of 18 months with the stock exchange. These are the different listing requirements of over-the-counter exchange India. That is, no big companies are allowed, only small and medium sized companies can list themselves with the over-the-counter exchange India. Restrictions on listing with other exchanges. Once a company registered with over-the-counter exchange India cannot register themselves with other exchanges. Minimum capital requirement is just 30 lakhs for the companies who are willing to register themselves with over-the-counter exchange India. Base capital, they have to maintain 4 lakh base capital to continue to be listed on this exchange. Lock-in period is for 3 years. Once they register, they have to be the member for 3 years in over-the-counter exchange India. Merchant bankers required. If the company wants to list themselves with this over-the-counter exchange India, they need a merchant banker as a sponsor. These are the different listing requirements. Conclusion. The over-the-counter exchange India is helpful for small and medium-sized companies to raise capital from the public at low cost. Second-tier markets such as over-the-counter exchange India has been performing well in countries such as US, UK. The more popular one is National Association of Securities Dealer Automatic Quotations, that is NASDAQ in US. Even though over-the-counter exchange India has been around for long, it is not the popular among the investors in due to no major promising returns. Here, this over-the-counter exchange India, it is the best platform for small and medium-sized companies to trade in securities in the international markets. But this is not popular among the investors mainly because of not promising returns. That is all about over-the-counter exchange India and National Stock Exchange. Thank you.